Mr. Benny. Check it since I park on the street. Gotta make sure there's no ding-dongs or bird droppings. Otherwise, we gotta run through the car wash. Looking pretty good this morning. So, let's go ahead and get our stuff in here. Let's get to work. Oh. In case you guys are wondering, this is a 2016 E350 Mercedes-Benz. I know it looks fancy and it looks expensive, but it's not. Got it used. It had about 80,000 miles on it. Paid a little under 20. Sticker price, a little bit extra on tire and rim coverage and stuff. You know, the usual stuff they nail you for. But being that I park on the street in town at my house, I figured you really can't go wrong with a rim and tire package, a paint and body and glass protection that you get for, I believe it was $1,700 for 5 years, unlimited mileage, which sounds like a lot, but the AMG, because this is the Sport E350 4MATIC Sport, and I'm parking on curbs, which I'm very careful with, but still, you know, rim gets jacked up, or, you know, I hit something and get a flat with these tires. There's 2 different tires on the car. There's a, I think it's a 17 in the front and 18 in the back, if I'm not mistaken. So anything like dings that aren't bigger than a couple of inches, like dings, dents that don't go into the paint or something. Maybe it's not the 2-inch thing. I think it's like if it's on the surface, like dents and stuff, like somebody hits it or bings it or gets a rock flung at it, anything like that, it's covered under that coverage, and there's no deductible or anything for it. You just get it fixed. Now there is like a max cap of what they cover per year. I think that's, I guess, for people that abuse it, you know, obviously. But yeah, like even windshields getting cracked by a stone on the glass, it's covered. So I feel like it's a pretty good deal for a 5-year coverage, especially living in town. Now maybe if you lived out in the country or it's garage kept, you know, maybe it's not worth it to you. You know, I doubt I would have got it if I was in that situation, but right now I'm not in that situation. So anyway, enough about the car and insurance coverage. Let's get to work here. We are going to haul some milk today, which is what I do for a living. So we are going to be going to do that right now. I have a set route to do. I have some great farmers. I haul milk in a tanker trailer with an electric pump on the back. I haul milk from farm to dairy. Today is kind of a cool day. I normally go to the same dairy most of the time, probably 90% of the time, 95%. Today I'm going to a different one. Today I'm going to HP Hood in Winchester, which is cool because I don't go there very often, and I like going to different places and driving different roads. It gets a little monotonous doing the same thing all the time. So anyway, we're gonna go do a route, and I'm gonna take you guys along for the ride. I noticed that not a lot of people on YouTube do like the milk delivery videos like in depth, because I'm a huge YouTube watcher. Like I love watching truck vlogs. I love watching like Josh's vlogs from up in Canada and northern US up there, trucking together, just trucking. Like, they're great channels, man. Great content. I love it. And they all bring something different to the table. And there's others that I'm forgetting, like Trucking with Rex does Tanker with Prime. Great channel. I've actually, you know, made a comment on his video, and he liked it, which was, you know, I like to let him know that the content was good, and you know, he gave me a, you know, a thumbs up, a like on the comment. But I feel like it's important to support those people and let them know that you're out of here, man. Let them know that you're here. Give them the likes, give them the thumbs up, you know, give them any, you know, whatever platform they're on. Subscribe. You know, you don't have to turn on the bell or anything like that, you know, unless you're really digging it. But sometimes you are. I have a few that I do have it turned on for, but you know, I love supporting those guys, man, because you know, if nobody supports them, they're not going to make that content that we love to watch. So that's what I always think when I get in there, you know what I mean? So if you like any content, you subscribe and support it. But again, like if you run into content that you don't like, hey, you know, don't give them a like for free either, you know. You don't want people making garbage content either, which those channels I listed definitely aren't in that category. Very top-notch, good content, and love it. I love Bonehead Truckers too. I don't know if you guys ever watch Bonehead Truckers. Oh my goodness, great channel. Mother Trucking News is on there. He's good for getting the breaking stories like of Yellow, and man, is that terrible about Yellow. I feel horrible about that. Sorry, my zippers keep rattling on my backpack. But yeah, the Teamsters and Yellow. Looks like Yellow's gonna, you know, declare bankruptcy, maybe restructure. I honestly think that's what's gonna happen. I think everybody that's non-union will lose their job, which is terrible. You know, I hate to see people losing their job. I hope the truckers, I know there's going to be some, you know, nobody's going to come out winning in this, which I think's the worst thing about it. You know, I think nobody will come out winning. Yellow's not going to be winning. The Teamsters aren't going to be winning. The drivers, most of all, are going to be suffering again. Like, you know, I feel like we always get the shit end of the stick, you know what I mean? But yeah, I hope those drivers, I hope that whatever does happen, you know, like if they have to lose their job or go work somewhere else, I pray that it works out for them better than what it would have to stay there, which I feel like Yellow was just not managed correctly. You know, I feel like Yellow is still going to exist. They're still going to be around. I think maybe they're just going to restructure, maybe do line haul or, you know, something, maybe not the in-city stuff. Like, I don't know how it'll work. I really don't know how they'll do pickups if they don't do the city stuff, or they're going to do, you know, I have no idea how it'll work. You know, I feel like it's, the dock worker thing's the weird setup to me anyway. I never ran LTL like freight like that, like the dock. So if you guys have ever ran that kind of freight, you know, like how does that work with the, I know you get paid like an hourly rate. Is that for on the dock and driving, or do you get, I heard you get like a few cents a mile if you drive on top of your hourly rate. Now, I'm assuming that it differs, but who knows? I watched a video of the the meeting between Yellow, like management, and some of the drivers that was on Mother Trucking News, and it was like a guy recorded on a cell phone, and he was, you know, one guy was like, yeah, I've been here 5 years and I'm make, you know, 25 or something, or 10 years it makes $25 an hour, and another guy's been there longer and he makes like 21. So I don't know if there's even any rhyme or reason to what they start you out at, or I'm sure Yellow's a whole different ball of wax. But I was just wondering about, you know, any kind of LTL. Are they all like that, where you get paid an hourly rate and then more to drive or whatever? If you work there or work with a dock kind of, you know, dock worker and driver job, let me know. how that is. I'd love to learn about that. But yeah, anyway, I feel like I'm kind of rambling on here at the beginning, but we'll get up here to work, and we'll be there in a few minutes, and then we'll get the day started. We'll go ahead and get the truck pre-tripped and get rolling with the day here. Got to get some ice in the cooler, and so yeah. See if we can get by this guy here. Nice truck there. Nice Pete. And I drive a regular old Freightliner. It's nothing special, unfortunately. We have some good Peterbilt sleepers there. Like I believe we bought them from Keene Transport. They're the old Keene blue Peterbilts. They're made for like heavy hauling. Got some good, good stuff in them for heavy loads. Because as we haul milk, we can haul. We have permits for the states around us for the overweight stuff. Because in general, I'm around 80, low 80s to low 90s is the range of weight that I haul. So my trailer will hold 63,000 pounds completely full. Usually it's in the 50s. Like today, it'll be in the 50s. So, 50 some thousand of load, and then, it's 30. I think my truck's like 31.5 empty. It's a day cab. So it's not like crazy heavy. I don't have a sleeper or anything like that. So it's all business, baby. All business. So, but I am out of Greencastle, Pennsylvania, which is a crazy busy trucking hub. I'm sure a lot of you truckers have probably delivered here or been through here. We have a big chrome shop, truck stop, John Wayne truck stop at exit, I think it's exit 5 now. I think it used to be exit 3 a long time ago. Yeah, exit 5 is John Wayne truck stop in Pennsylvania on Interstate 81. And they've really built up this area. We have like Food Line distribution here, a lot of other places around here. Like back in there, it's all trucking places, large warehouses. We got this big Super Sheets over here. Got some big, some decent truck parking. It's a pretty cool little place. You can get some truck parking. They have some, you can do your reset here in this parking lot if you can get the good back spaces. There's probably, I'd say like 20 spots there. But they, sometimes they're not really that full. I'm sure at nighttime, like during the busy time, they might get full, but yeah, it's a nice little place to jump off. And this is exit 3, where you can jump off and hit that Sheets. It's a good Sheets to go to. Lots of room. You can pull in. You go around the back and pull up through the pumps. They have like a lot of space over there where you can kind of pull off to the side if you need to run in and grab something. You're not going to be holding anybody up. So nice place. There's Corel Brands warehouse here on the left. They do some loads, trucking loads. There's Ace Hardware here, small little mom and pop. I guess they're like franchised, I believe. I don't know if they're franchised or it's just like a total, just seems like this one's kind of just like a mom and pop kind of size, Ace Hardware, but it might just be all corporate. But we're coming up on work here, and this is Barrick and Stewart Milk Hauling. The best company I think I've ever worked for. Great people. It's a small family-owned company. They have around 30 power units. Probably a little more trailers, I'm gonna guess, just because they have some drop and hook kind of issue. Not issue, but dropping hooks down, in certain places. So, this is kind of like a satellite. We have our home office in Newville, PA, which is about 40 minutes away, 45 minutes. And this is like a shop. We have a 2-bay huge truck shop in there that our mechanic does repairs, and we have our drivers and stuff. This is, you know, where we all park and where what have you. So I'll see if I can get my headlights on the truck here. It's just an old 2013 Freightliner. A rock hit my windshield here. Huge crack. It's a big one, and they were supposed to replace this windshield, and they just definitely did not. As you can see, I have 2 little storage ottomans in here. I tell you what really helps out, I can drop this seat down all the way. The only thing that stinks is that seat doesn't, but I put a little cushion in here. This seat drops even, and I'll actually put my feet on that side. Man, oh day, it makes a day cab nappable. So I'll put this seat all the way down and then scoot these up to the shifter, and then you can actually catch a good nap in here. So it works out pretty good. So let's get this thing going. And I'm coming off my day off, so definitely got some low air going on. I think I do have a little leak somewhere. Some days it seems like it holds air perfectly, and then sometimes it just is down on low air. I think I got a little leak somewhere. Maybe we'll check that out. As soon as I get some air in there, a little air out the trailer, and we'll go from there. I really cannot believe they did not fix my windshield. Unbelievable. Alright, let's get out of here for that low air light. It drives me absolutely insane. Where are my gloves at? There they are. Let's give the truck a quick walk around. Let's give the truck a quick walk around, and then got to put on my boots in the back. I got my boots in my trunk. I always switch into them. I don't like driving with those big clunky boots on when you're driving a car. I got some rubber muck boots. They get kind of nasty on these farms. Go around, just check all the tires and everything. This is a trailer that I'm usually always hooked to. So just double check everything. We'll get some ice to put in the back. And this is the back of the milk trailer here. Basically, electric pump powers this, powers an impeller. And basically what happens is we hook this up to the farmer's milk tank. It'll draw it up, and whatever section of the trailer. Now, food grade, you can't have baffles, but you can have a division in the middle. So there's 2 separate tanks on this trailer, which is kind of how you get around so much surge from the single bore. We have single bore trailers. This is a double chambered one. So basically the front chamber is 28,000 pounds capacity, and the rear is 35. So together makes 63, as I said earlier. So right now we're closing off the rear. We're gonna have the front open, and we're gonna be doing 2 stops in the front, 2 stops in the back. And this is the impeller inside. In here there's a rubber impeller. Maybe we'll show that to you when I go to clean it out later. It's right now, it's all cleaned up, sanitized. The hose inside is clean, it's spotless, gets washed out every time you deliver. Electrical cord goes to the electrical box on the milk house when we go there. And this is the wash tag. you have to have a wash tag. If anybody's run tankers, you guys have to get washouts. The milk truck gets washed out every time we deliver milk. Unless you're doing 2 loads the same day, it always gets a washout. And they do that at the dairy, which is a lot different. Like, I know I watch Rex at Prime, and he's got to go to like a tank wash, and that really adds a lot of extra stuff to his day. But at the dairies, when you get your unload, like at Hood, HP Hood, or at Lando Lakes, or Schreiber Foods, or anywhere like that, any place that you deliver to, they wash you right there on the spot. You don't have to go to a different bay or anything. They deliver you, they offload you, I mean, and then they wash you right there. Same parking spot, just different sections of the hose, or not different sections of the hose, they just change the system in there. Like the pump just takes from a wash to a, you know what I mean? So basically they'll keep the hoses all hooked up, so then the wash water will get sucked up like the milk does, but it just doesn't go to the milk tank. That's how I mean. I think we skipped those tires, so let's go back here and just double check them. But I left that cooler empty because we have an ice machine inside. We'll grab some ice in there. Oh, I just stuck my hand in water. But we have ice in there that we use to make sure we have enough cold to keep our samples cold. Man, I tell you what, my brain's not awake. So yeah, let's get this thrown in here. We'll go ahead and flip this down. I'm gonna go ahead and give this some air. All right. All right, now let's go in, grab our ice, get our car parked over here, and then we'll be ready to get out of here shortly. So yeah, alrighty. We'll go in and get our ice. Please help yourself to the cold drinks. Want everyone to stay hydrated. That's what I'm saying. Great company, man. Leave you Gatorades. Make sure you get your fluids. Can't beat it, man. Great place to work. These are sample bottles. We use these to take samples out of the milk. Okie dokie. Now we'll get our ice filled. Now this ice is strictly to keep our samples cold. So as we take the samples, we'll stick them in this float here, those little sample tubes, and that'll keep them cold. All right, good to go, good to go. And this is a 220 pump. So now we're gonna cap off where everything would fly out if we didn't have this cap on. This is where the hose goes at the dairy to actually like suck the milk into their tanks. We would hook it up to here. So we gotta cap this off until we get there. And that's it. This is our sanitizer. This is what we use to do our samples. This is a sanitizer like bleach. I use bleach. You can use like iodine as well. So that's all has to be clean. Everything has to be clean. You know, it's super clean. It's food. People, you know, even though they pasteurize the milk, they keep it clean. It's got to be cold. These tankers are insulated, kind of like a Yeti cup. That's what you can think about. They're like a huge Yeti cup. Probably just about that price too. All right. Okay, well, we're pretty set up. Good to go here. All right, we're all ready to go. We're gonna get moving. Here we go, we're on our way to our first farm. Let's get the old phone. Let's get going. All right. Doors opened up. Fluid in. This is the porthole. This is where our hose will go. And they're still milking. So, as you can see, this pipe here runs from the milk house over there, goes to a cooler, goes in there and drops into the milk tank. This is where all the milk is stored in here. That's like a big Yeti cup as well. So we have a cool little fold-out table here. And get his paperwork ready. All right. So we're gonna get our electrical cord and get this. Just like this. And all the milk houses will have electrical outlet either on the wall, like it is here, or it'll have it through the porthole and inside on the wall, which you just put the electrical cord through with the hose. So it's usually the two different ways the electric will be there. All right, there we go. And we'll check everything. All these are tight. Like I said before, there's an F and an R, rear, front. So we have the front open. This is shut. This pushes a plunger in to block this pipe off. So then when the milk comes in, it goes by here and it goes into here. So we're gonna be pumping into the front. This is our thing where our tubes go. Good morning. Hi, how you doing? Hi, come here. He's always skittish. They have another dog named Copper. Awesome dog. Oh, let's tighten that up. Make sure everything's tight. The more air leaks, like even little, maybe they don't even leak. If you hear air hissing and stuff, it kind of kills that pump suction and really will slow down the process. So we'll go in here, we'll check and make sure that's turning okay. So what we do here, we'll open this up nice and clean, and it's a going. There's two different ways usually you can get a measurement on a milk tank. The one is this, where we have a sight tube, which will have this external tube on the outside here that has numbers like a ruler. And so the milk will go up wherever the level is inside to wherever the level is here, and then you get a measurement based on that. The other type is like a dipstick. It'll actually be hanging inside the lid, and you'll wipe it off like an oil stick on your car. You'll wipe it off and dip it in and pull it up, and you'll see where the level is. It's kind of just like checking the oil on your automobile. Same thing. So let's go ahead and get this hooked up and ready to go. Drain the water out. We'll get a air bubble out. There we go. You can see the milk. Slowly coming up, and then we'll crank her open a little bit more. Boom. Alright guys, I wanted to show you, we're getting down here to the nitty gritty on the tank here. I'll go up here and kind of show you how the milk agitates. That's the milk there agitating. Looking good, looking good. So basically we're gonna wait until the tank runs completely dry, and we'll see it, we'll just empty it completely out, and then we'll seal the hose up, get that all wrapped up, and then we'll do a final tank ring. Here we go, we're finishing up here. And I'll show you how that works. You can see there, just running down the drain. We'll wait till it's completely out. Just like that. Now we'll go ahead and hop down. Go ahead and turn that off. Now we'll go ahead and disconnect it. We still got the pump running. So that way it'll suck up the rest of the milk that's in the hose. Like so. And that's it. We'll put our clean cap on here. Tighten it up. So just kind of just do the opposite. So we'll throw that outside for now, and we're gonna focus on cleaning up the tank. What we do is we go up here, and we'll do a rinse. So we're gonna get all this milk that's left over, like the remnants of it. See how there's some in there. It doesn't quite all get out. You know, milk's a little thicker, so it sticks a little to the side, especially being cold. We're gonna give her like a good rinsing. It should look pretty clean by the time we're done here. I try to get my tanks to where they almost look like they've been washed before they've been washed. That's how I like to do it. Yeah, they say it doesn't have to be perfect, but I try to get it pretty close to perfect. You know, get all this stuff out of here, because the washer comes in and sprays super hot water and gets the sanitizer in there, so that'll be good. I'll hammer up and make sure there's no like milk dripped everywhere. I already kind of rinsed that off. Do a quick rinse in there. Rinse everything out, just like so. Try to get that little bit of milk in the drain, especially like here. Wrap our hose up correctly. Gonna leave everything the way we found it, or better. That's how I do it. Put a washer in there. This in there. This goes under here, so the hot sanitizing water drips in there. Gonna go to a wash and then start the cycle. All right, let's get her wrapped up here. Like I said, got great farmers. Love them. Love them, love them, love them, love them, love them. We'll wrap up our cord. And the pipe on the outside is gonna get dirty through the day. The cold milk is gonna, you know, makes the pipe condensate on the outside, which then, you know, every speck of dirt that hits it. But inside it's clean, that's all that matters. And we'll keep it as clean as we can as we go through the day. But at the dairy, you know, we'll use the hoses to get them cleaned off correctly. There we go. Just like that. All good. We've got the clipboard, the cord, everything hung up. And that's one stop in the books. All right. All right, everybody. That's one stop in the books. That's how we pick up milk at the farm. So like and subscribe if you dug what we did. And we'll try to get some more how we go through the day and how we get to the dairy and actually deliver it. So if you're interested, give me a comment down below. Let me know how I did on this recording.